Hello, we're currently doing a monthly astrological sign reading for the month of April 2018, and we are using Aquarius as our sign. So we're actually going to be using Doreen Virtue's Daily Guidance from Your Angels Oracle card deck. And all we're going to do is just pull up some cards just to see what we can expect for the month of April. Trying too hard is not a good idea this month for you guys, I sense. So, what do you desire is our first card. This is how we're going to roll this out here. Being smart and intelligent comes from going within and going to a place that you feel is right for you. Okay? So, this is tapping into spirituality, this is tapping into our mental state, our emotional state, and then our physical body. Okay? So if we focus too much on the physical, we forget about some of the other things. So you have to ask yourself the question, am I focusing too much on the physical? So if you don't believe in the spiritual, then perhaps you may feel a little bit off at times because you're questioning stuff. So even if we are spiritual, we can tend to still question things, but perhaps we feel like we're questioning less because we have maybe more faith. So finding some resolutions and solutions is also important. I do personal readings as well at robinsealing.com if you're interested. Actually just changed my prices, so a 15-minute reading is $20. So I thought, and I believe an hour is $45. So that's an awesome price for people that are looking to really gain some insight. I just wanted to make it affordable. So then we have following through with your ideas. So what do you desire is asking that simple question. What is it that you want? And then just trying to guide, like I'm trying to guide you, but you need to also guide yourself. So I'm giving you this information and then you need to decide how you want to use that into your life. So thank you for those who have subscribed, and thank you for those who comment as well that are liking the videos. And if you share these on Facebook, I also very much appreciate it. And I'm on Instagram at robinsealing.com. So not giving people too much information is also important. So when we're helping people, we want to make sure that they can do things all by themselves. So that could be maybe you have children, or that could be a significant other, that could be a friend or a sibling, or someone in your life that you feel like you're always helping. Do you have that friend? And you think, my goodness, like if they keep relying on people to make their own decisions, how are they going to survive in the world? So we have to kind of teach people how to walk for themselves by deciding what it is that they want. But we also, if we're not really sure what we want, we can push a lot of our stuff onto other people. So if it's a child, it may be that we want our child to have everything that we didn't have, or to do everything that we didn't do. So just kind of bringing it back inward this month is positive for you guys. So it is Easter, and we're going to be around family, and we're going to be around children and that sort of thing. So maybe that's why some of this stuff is coming up. But it seems like for everybody, it's solutions to problems this month. So if there's something, and it's also spring, so happy spring for you guys. It's happy Easter as well. So it's about being true to yourselves and really recollecting ourselves and figuring that out. I think that you guys are going to be almost on a path of like rejuvenation, I suppose. So when I see some people in May, I expect them to look a lot better than they're even looking right now. And it's not because of it's not their physical body, it's because they're doing all the other work. So new partner. So this is more about, I'm sensing if you're female, it's about finding a male partner, and it could be through a social activity. And if you're an entrepreneur of any sort, freelance, like a freelance writer, that sort of thing, just freelance, you may find that there's some popularity happening for you, or you're worried about being popular, so there's like a popularity contest. Just showcase your gifts and talents through, like by going back to what we were talking about, because of your education. That's what you want to focus on. Like, what do I have within me that I've learned, and then share that, okay? So you don't it doesn't have to be that specific situation for you for that to relate to you as well. It certainly relates to myself. So believing in yourself is another thing. Having confidence this month. Joy. I'm glad this came up. So if you have any nervousness or you have anxiousness, depression, that sort of thing, any feelings that aren't joyful, that's where solutions are coming up as well. Just reassessing, am I really aligned with my spiritual path? So we're actually, until April 15th, still in Mercury retrograde, so March 22nd to March 15th. So of course we're going to be feeling a lot of these effects, and that makes sense why we need to find solutions, because we're not making long-term goals, we're just making rearrangements, okay? So working towards specific goals, but also dealing with certain situations. So it could be finance for you too. If you're making enough money, how can I make more money? But when in this love relationship that you may be looking for, or you may find, I do sense that it could be related to like a sports event or something like that. Somebody that likes football or hockey and they're watching a hockey game somewhere and you just happen to be there. Or they're in a pub and they're watching a game and you're there watching a game too. Something like that, but regardless, it's going to be out in the public, like at an event, and there could be sports related to that. And I love that. Again, this can still relate to you if you have... if there's someone that likes sports and you're interested in that person, just acknowledge the sports part of it. That's what would stand out. And even ask them if they're, like, are you a Toronto Maple Leafs fan? Stuff like that, okay? So just bring up sports, talk about sports, go around sports. Shower of abundance. Yeah, this is, I teach reflexology, and I feel like talking about that for some reason. So, it's about like going back to teaching as well. Like the main things that we have to learn, I feel like this month, are all the things that could happen. So that aren't great. So it's about being mindful of the things that we want to avoid. So like, I guess I'm bringing up reflexology because if somebody has like blood clots, then that's kind of a no-no. We want to stay away from applying pressure to someone that has blood clots. So that's kind of why the abundance is coming up. It's like, if there's something you know that you don't really want or you're not really sure of, it's probably at this time, this for you guys specifically, to avoid even the popular route, I would say. So that's probably even with the freelance, it's like it's not a popularity contest, it's about actually like what you've written. So being mindful of that sometimes being in the spotlight and that sort of thing can attract a lot of negativity. So if you say you want to be a millionaire, but then if you became a millionaire, what would your life really be like? So just being mindful of just slowing down this month. That's what I'm really hearing. And so during Mercury retrograde, that's what we're supposed to be doing. But people wait till like they keep going in their normal lifestyle and then boom. And that's one thing I feel like I've actually listened to, and it's stuff is still happening, but it's certainly better. Okay, so just be mindful of that. It's okay to avoid things that you know could potentially explode. I think this is going to be our last card. Ground yourself. So this is more about our mental stuff. It's about, again, when we slow down, when we educate ourselves, when we clear our minds, we can move forward and onward and upward. And sometimes we need that reading. Sometimes we need that, person to like kind of wake us up. So that's why Mercury retrograde is positive, because it's actually teaching us something. So I think for you guys, just the solutions to the problems is going to be more around healing any past wounds, any sores, anything that's even costing you money, maybe putting aside for now. It's not that important. We're dealing with our problems, but we're definitely not going to increase our stress by dealing with things that aren't really benefiting us. So you really have to think about yourselves a lot as well as your future right now. Yeah, and when it comes to career as well, making sure that your career suits you. So it could be that you're a freelance writer, but you don't really like the lifestyle of having to compete with other people. So you could still write, but maybe do it in a different way, okay? So seeing yourself also in another light is very positive. If you feel like you're not looking at yourself in a beautiful way, there are different ways that you can help yourself and still feel healthy, okay? So namaste. Thank you so much for watching. I very much appreciate you guys for subscribing. And if you haven't, please do and click the like button. Take care. Bye.